Welcome to Giada, Font of Hope. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I like it, but we've got a one lander. Let's go and mulligan on that one. And yes, we will keep on this one. We've got 2 lands. We've got Sensei's Top, and we've got Worn Power Stones. What do we put on the bottom? I really like a Herald of War. So I think what we may end up doing is probably dropping Heliod's Intervention. I think we'll do that. Yeah, we'll put that on the bottom. Click OK. And then let's make the land drop for the turn with Sensei's. And it's been a long time since I've played with Sensei's Divining Top. I typically don't put them in the deck because they just end up being a lot of... there's a lot of activations over the course of a game, and it kind of gets in the way of commentary. But since we're playing mono white, we need all the help that we can get. And so Sensei's Top is in here. So we'll see if our opponent wants to keep on 7, and if not, we'll get the game started. Oh, there we go. They're good, so no pause. Let's go and lead off with Plains, and then we'll get the Plains down. There we go. Let's go for Sensei's Top, and then anything else, we will pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Giada, Font of Hope. Flying and Vigilance, each other angel you control enters the battlefield with additional +1 counter for each angel you already control. Then tap, add white mana, spend this mana only to cast angel spells. And we run into Serra Avenger. So let's go for Plains, and let's go and get Giada onto the battlefield. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. And then anything else, kick it back over to our opponent. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that we run into that 3rd land for Worn Power Stone. That'll really help us out. Playing against the first Sliver. Little baby Sliver, don't even know a word yet. Cascade, and then Sliver spells you cast have Cascade. And so we've got Slivers versus Angels, which is it feels like 1993 Magic. I dig it. All right, so we can 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. So we can't get Serra down just yet. Is that correct? No, we cannot. But look, that won't stop us from swinging in for 2. So let's go and go for that. There we go, swinging in for 2. And knock them down to 38, and that'll be 2 total commander damage. And then, yeah, we just got a Sensei's Divining Top to go for. I think we'll do that and just pass the turn. So we did cover both commanders. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that will apply my affiliate link. That'll allow you to get some cards and help support the channel at the same time. So if you do use that link, much obliged, certainly appreciate it. Let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders if you want to play Magic Online, especially Commander. Also, inkgaming.com/Jolt for 10% off your order. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to directly support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home, in the clouds with the angels, it is officially free time. So let's have some fun. Let's go ahead and put, so we do want to hit that land. So let's go Path on top, Youthful, and then Plains on top. So that way we can make the land drop for next turn. So let's draw into that Plains. Let's drop in Plains, and we can finally get down Serra Avenger. And I don't really think it's just going to be a +1 counter on that one. So let's go and push in for 2. Because we can just do this on our 2nd main, yeah. So let's go and swing in, get in for 2. That'll be 4 total commander damage. Let's go for Serra Avenger. And we're going to add that white mana to our mana pool. There we go. That's going to be a 4/4, and we're going to get down Worn Power Stone. And that finally opens us up on mana. So anything else, pass it on over there. But yes, it is officially free time. Let's have some fun. Now, as far as this build of Giada, there's nothing crazy in here. This is 100% just mono white commander, some good removal and stuff like that, and then Angel Tribal. That's what we're going for. So we're going to draw into Youthful. I do want to get down Herald of War. I think, yeah, so I don't know if there's any certain way we need to do this. So we can just go and push in as a 2/2 and a 4/4. Yeah, that's fine, because we have nothing that's going to be on the back end. So let's go and push in. That's going to be 2 coming across, 4 coming across. It's going to drop them down to 30. And we'll see if we can outrace these Slivers. So that's going to be the main point of the game. Is there any certain way we need to... I think we can do it like this. It's going to be 1, 2... Tap down Giada. And tap down 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we'll get down Herald. We can go for Youthful for just 1 white mana. And that's good. Oh, look at that. And then anything else is going past the turn. So the only thing that we are looking out for is some sort of board wipe. We do have Unbreakable Formation. And so that's going to be a way that we can protect ourselves. But it looks like we are looking at a first Sliver Cascade. So we'll see what this is going to be. As long as they don't get flying Slivers going pretty quick, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We do have the Sensei's Divining Top activation to go for. And that's going to be Dig Up. Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Okay. And I think they went for the cleave cost on that, I think. I don't have the rules, not the rules, but the, what has happened in the chat anymore. I need to figure out how to pull that up, so we'll see exactly what that was. All right, so it looks like they're just tapping down that mana. Let's go for Sensei's Top just to see if we want to put anything in particular. We can always draw into Path to Exile, so let's go Plains on top of our library, Path on top, and then Gisela on top, so that way we can get that down. So, and go to our main phase. Let's go and draw into Gisela. And we know we have Path sitting right there too, Flying, First Strike, and Lifelink, so we don't need to get that down just yet. Let's go and push in with the crew. Swinging across, put a +1 counter. Look at that. That is just beautiful. So we've got 10, and that's going to be 16. Dropping down to 14. And with Gisela, we can just get it down for 2, and that still keeps us open on... Yeah, that still keeps us open on Path. Yeah, I like that. All right, there we go. Look at this synergy. This is beautiful. All right, anything else? Pass it over there. So we got Path on top of our library with Sensei's Divining Top. And we have Unbreakable Formation if our opponent does end up going for a board wipe with their Damnation or Destroy All Creatures like that. So we'll see exactly what that is. But if it is a Fumigate, all right, that is absolutely wonderful. It's going to be 1/2. Let's go. They gain Indestructible until the end of turn. And that's also, if you're building this deck, it doesn't really matter what Angel creature base you got. If you're investing heavily in your board state, you want to make sure that you've got something in there to stop that. There we go. Opponent's going to scoop it up on that one. We've got it on the back end. So we didn't really see a lot of action from the first Sliver. Instead of going for the first Sliver Cascade option, they went for a board wipe, but we were able to dodge that. But this is textbook, exactly what you want to happen. If you're thinking about building Giada, I highly, highly recommend putting Herald of War in there. It just gets so silly with those +1 counters having Herald of War in there. But anyway, this was exactly what we wanted to see. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Giada, Font of Hope. As far as our opening hand goes, we've actually got no white sources, and we're on the play. Do we keep on this? I kind of like this. We have Gifted the Estates. Maybe our opponent has more lands than us, and then we can crack that. We need to hit a Plains. I think we mulligan. Yeah, anytime I see Ancient Tomb, I just want to keep it. But I think we got a mulligan. Ugh, yucky. Let's go one more go. And we will keep on this one. I like it. We can make this work. So we have to. We have no choice. And so let's go ahead and click OK. Thankfully, Giada is going to be a little bit of a ramp on that one. Man, if we just had one white source, we're in such a good spot. So we got to put 2 cards on the bottom. I like these angels. Let's put War Room and... Let's keep our fingers crossed that we run into a Plains. We're going to click OK. And then let's go and lead off with Plains. And then anything else, we will pass the turn over to our opponent. But yeah, if we can get down Giada and get down some of these other angels, I feel like we'll be in a pretty good spot against Krenko. Hopefully, they don't get the Gerblins going too. And actually, they've got their very own Nykthos. So I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. So let's go and lead off with Plains. Let's get Giada onto the battlefield. And then with Giada, the Inspiring Overseer, that's going to be a... really nice thing for us because we can get some card draw going. So anything else, pass it over to our opponent, and we'll actually, let's see. All right, so we got Krenko's Command. So we got the Gerblins coming down. Let's grab Fateful Absence. Yeah, let's go for Inspiring Overseer. Let's go. Let's tap down white mana for Giada, which, because this is an angel spell. There we go. Get down the Angel Cleric. Gain a life and draw a card. We draw into Nykthos. Let's go and make the land drop off of that. Soon we'll get some Devotion. And then anything else past the turn. We're playing Giada. Font of Hope, Flying and Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1 counter of each angel you already control. Then tap, add white mana, spend this mana only on an angel token, or not angel token, angel spell. You could spend it, well, you can't do it on a token. You can't. Sorry, partner, if that's what you're thinking. All right, so we've got up to 4. So with Emancipation Angel, we can... So we got Giada to drop 1 in, and we can go for an additional card draw. I think I kind of like that, so let's do that. So let's go and push in with Inspiring Overseer. Yeah, I like that. Swing it for 3. Excuse me. Giada has Vigilance, so we should have swung in on that one. So that is a misplay on my part. I forgot she had Vigilance. And let's go. Emancipation Angel? Yeah, I'd like that, because that's going to be an extra card draw that kind of sets us up for Devotion next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we're going to tap down Emancipation Angel. Enters the battlefield, return an angel. Yes, we will yield to that. Let's return a permanent back to our hand. We're going to turn the Overseer, and then anything else, pass it over to our opponent. Yeah, unfortunately, we should have got in for 2. So that was a little bit of a misplay on my part, but we're finally getting to the point with Nykthos to where we can tap down 2. That's going to be 3 devotion. Then we're going to be able to kind of get out from underneath a little bit of our mana problems. Once we get, hopefully, if we hit a lane drop off of Inspiring Overseer, then that'll be really good. And we can get that moving. All right, so it's going to be Goblin War Chief. We got some hasty goblins versus angels. And we're playing against Krenko. There we go. It looks like they're just simply going to pass the turn, so we'll take that. All right, we do hit a lane for the turn, so let's drop in Plains. Let's go and push in with Giada and Emancipation, because Giada has Vigilance, so it's not going to matter. We don't have to leave her untapped for mana. Let's go and swing in. That's going to be 7. Drop them down to 30. There we go. And then let's drop in. So what we can do is we can go 1, 2, 3 with Giada, and that still cuts us off just enough mana. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. We can still end up going for a Youthful Valkyrie, I think. Yeah, so it's going to be 1, 2, tap down Giada. Actually, let's set it up this way. Let's go Youthful first. There we go. I like that. It's going to be Youthful first, then we go for Overseer. Yeah, I like that a little bit better because we get an extra token off of Youthful. So there we go. Get down Inspiring. Let's get that +1 counter. Let's get that card draw going. Gilded Lotus. And then another +1 counter than anything else past the turn. So we're actually in a pretty good spot. You know, goblins are on the ground, and so they can attack our life total. But next turn, we're looking at 10, 14. We've got 16 coming across next turn, so we've got 2 hits. And we are looking at devotion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have 5 total devotion. So we are looking at 6 total mana. So that'll allow us to go for Angel of Vitality. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. Now, they can generate a ton of goblin tokens with Krenko. So let's see if they end up going for that, because we at least do have Fateful Absence. That's going to allow us to pop Krenko if we want to. And that's going to be Goblin Rabble Master. Okay, it's going to have haste. Let's see. Can we survive next turn? All right. So let's see what this attack step's going to be. That's going to be a lot of goblins swinging in. We are at 42. That drops us down to 28. Now, the goblins are going to have haste for next turn. So what we can do, we can at least, I think we can survive this. So is there any certain way we want to set this up? So we can swing in, we're going to deal some damage. We've got Sword of Truth and Justice, which I don't really think it really matters. The main thing that we need to do is we need to stop the Goblin War Chief. That's going to be the main thing that we're trying to do. So let's swing in with the Angels first, because we want to attack our opponent's life total. So let's go and swing in first. So that's going to be 4, and that's going to be 15. It's going to drop them down. It's going to be 14. And then we've got enough. So let's go for, let's add Devotion to white. It's going to be 1, 2. So it's going to be 5 total Devotion. Let's go for Angel of Vitality. It's going to be 1, 2. And we're going to leave up Giada on this one. And we could have got in for an extra damage, but I think we're going to have it on the back end. And let's go for Fateful Absence on Goblin War Chief, because that's going to get rid of that haste option, which we do want to stop. So that's the main thing. They're going to end up with a lot of goblins with Krenko, but if they don't have haste, I think we're going to be able to get it on this one. So let's go and pop Goblin War Chief. And then anything else, we're going to go pass the turn to our opponent. So we could have sequenced that just a little bit differently if we got down Angel of Vitality a little bit quicker. Or at least on the first main phase, that would have been a little bit of extra damage. I don't think that would have closed it out, but we've still got it on the back end. So we'll see what they have for the turn. They've got a clue token. They can find some sort of haste option, even if they do make more goblins with Krenko. All right, goblins +1 and Mountain Walk, that's going to be, let's see, how many goblins is that? So we're at 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 24. We do have blockers, so let's see. I think we can survive this, because we've got an 8-8, we got a 2-2. We'll get an entire creature count, but I think we're going to be able to grind this one out. Let's see what they showcase for it. All right, so we got the entire crew swinging in. So that's going to be 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 2 is 26. So we can take those goblins. We can go Angel of Vitality, block right there. So let me make sure. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's going to be 13 times 2 is 26, and we are at 28. So we don't necessarily need to lose Giada. And I think we've got it on this one. So let's make sure that's correct. I mean, because they've got nothing else that they can do for us. So that drops us down to 2. We still got the angel tokens in the air, and they're tapped down on mana. And I think that's going to be good, because we can go Devotion. That's going to be... All right, opponent's going to scoop it up on that one. There we go. So we drop us all the way down to 2. They have no extra mana. They have no clue token. We got Angels in the air. So we got Angels versus Goblins. You can see with Giada, just being able to get these cheap, low converted mana cost Angels on the battlefield very quickly and getting those +1 counters going, it's a lot of fun. You know, you don't have to have these high converted mana cost Angels to end up with a very sizable board state in Giada. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.